Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks. And this is my review of the LEGO Icons Holiday Express Train, the 2025 addition to the LEGO Winter Village collection. It is set number 10361, comes with 956 pieces plus 4 minifigures, and retails for $135. A little high, considering the piece count. But I think with all the big pieces with the tracks, I think that's gonna help make up for the price. Just take a look at the box art; it looks absolutely fantastic with the set in that black background with just a few specks of white at the top there. Kind of give it the look that it's snowing in the background. You get the full train in all its glory, along with all 4 of your figures. And the big thing in this set, the very first there's a 3D printed Lego piece ever made with that little train there, just sitting front and center in the box. Take a look at the top of the box. You can see an image of all 4 of your figures, as well as a 1:1 scale image of that 3D printed Lego train. And since taking a look at the back, you get the full set, along with info. It looks like on those 16 curved pieces included in the set, as well as the dimensions of this set, with it being 49 centimeters or 19.5 inches long, straight across, and 13 centimeters or 5 inches high, from the wheels all the way up to the top of that Monkey Kid, the cloud piece used as smoke from the smokestack, as well as showing off that you can add the powered up system to actually get able to make this train mobile, which, much like the original version of this set, which came out almost exactly 9 years ago, might be the biggest downfall of this set, that you have to spend so much more money just to be able to get this train running. So I think this one's going to be a fun one. Let's go ahead and get the box open. It does have the push tabs, so you do have to damage the box in order to open it, at least in the way LEGO intended for you to. But I don't really mind. Most all my LEGO boxes go straight to the recycle bin, and once I get it, once I'm done. So we got 1, 2, 3. There's our, let's see, that's 4, 8, 12 of the track pieces. Let's see, we got bags 4, 5, and 6. There's our last track piece. Let's find out what's in this little box. I think it might be that 3D printed train piece. It is. Okay, so it's not complete right out of the box. So you do have to add a couple of Lego pieces to it. But man, this feels really interesting. It does not feel like your average Lego piece. And then we also have 2 instruction manuals. Instruction manual number 1 has 2 of our figures, that little and plus our little platform, plus a couple of presents, and instruction manual number 2 has the train itself. Let's go ahead and take a look. Instruction manual number 1. We once again have an ad for paper bags, and a set without them. Although we do have a cardboard box, smaller cardboard box. Oh wow, we actually get a little introduction for this thing. Wasn't expecting this. Yes, we have enough from the LEGO Icons design team. You are hereby invited to a winter adventure aboard the LEGO Holiday Express train, departing from the LEGO North Pole. This classic frosty blue steam locomotive and train brings important passengers and precious parcels to any destination you can imagine. The engineer guarantees the train will reach every stop on time, while the conductor is there to assist travelers and maybe serve a hot beverage. The winter holidays always feel a little warmer when you're with someone you love. That's why we've made it easy for you to share the building experience. Like the traveling minifigure companions here, you can invite your favorite holiday travelers along for the ride, grab a book at each, and embark on a creative journey together. Although I will say these instruction manuals are anything but balanced. It's one of them is definitely bigger than the other. Then you got highlights to spot. The miniature blue train is the first 3D printed piece included in a LEGO retail set, while still maintaining the high standards of quality and safety of the LEGO system in play. Have you traveled with us before? Perhaps you've enjoyed fun vacations with the 10254 Winter Holiday Train in 2016. Link in the top right corner of the screen for my review on that set. This train is not all that moves on the track. Watch the smokestack and the polar bear when the train puffs along the trails, as well as once again a note that you can add the powered up system to make this train go. And then we just jump straight into the instruction manual. We'll take a look and see if we've got anything in the instruction manual too. We actually have a larger version and of that same intro. Cool. I wasn't expecting them to do it in both of them. And then in the back, we of course have our parts list, and we also, and from the looks of things, much like they did with the original version of this set, they do show you how to implement the powered up system into the train to, make it work. So this one's going to be a fun one. Unfortunately, I won't be doing a time lapse for this one. This is going to take way too long to be able to do that for my phone. So we will just jump into the completed set right now. All right, the build is done. Just a heads up, guys. If you go and get this set, you might want to make this a day project. It's a pretty long build. Also, full disclosure, you may notice I have to train on 4 straight tracks. You said that's just for this video. I thought it'd be an easy way to show the train on a flat surface just straight out. These 4 tracks do not come with the set. It's just the 16 curved pieces. So anyway, that was actually a pretty fun build. Although there are a couple things I will mention later on that I feel like could have been done better. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start off as I usually do with the figures. First off, we have ourselves our engineer. I like the addition of the Sherlock style cap on him. Looks really nice. It's a nice printing on the face with the full beard, mustache, and sideburns. He's got a nice addition of a scarf around him, and he's got some nice suspenders, no arm or leg printing, but you do get a good amount of metallic printing on him with all the stitching and clips and whatever. So all in all, really nice looking engineer. Next up, we have our conductor and probably our ticket counter. Interesting use of the police hat for him as well. Just doesn't have any of the Lego Police Department printing on it. Apparently, he's a bit aged up too, but he's got some nice printing going on. It actually kind of makes him look like a Santa. Kind of makes him look like Santa. No arm or Lego printing on him either, but that's they more than made up for on the torso printing with plenty of metallic printing going on. Love all the if you can get in the correct light. There we go. Oh, you can see lots of interesting the designs on that vest with plenty like I said, plenty of metallic printing, and you can see his watch is there in his vest pocket. Okay, and even more of that metallic printing on the back. Really nice torso. I like that. And then we have our 2 fast passengers. There's both of these people actually have alternate faces. I like the hairpiece on this guy, as well as this is probably the secondary face, but I think I like that one better. The other one, he has got a bit of a cheesy smile on him, but nice printing on him on his torso, as well as some metallic printing for the zipper, and nice coloring on the coat. No armor leg printing on him either. And then finally, we have our female passenger with a big smile on her face, like a good choice for the almost like the Black Widow. Avengers 1 hairpiece in brown, but I really like her secondary face. Just eyes closed, just looks so calm, so content. I really like that. Also, I like the almost like fur addition and to her jacket there, like a nice like she's wearing a nice winter coat. So unfortunately we get one less figure in this set than we do in the remake. You get about all in all some pretty solid figures. Next up, we have that 3D printed train piece. We do have 4 pieces added onto this thing, but the one thing I noticed with this guy is that this is a little train functions very much as like the real, like a real one, as you know. Notice the wheels spin as the and the coupling rods move with it, and much like you'll see with the big train, and you can see the smoke coming from the smokestack moving as well. So, rather interesting choice for Lego's first 3D printed piece, but it's a nice one, I gotta say. But again, and it doesn't really feel like Lego. I'm not really sure like how to describe it, but it's definitely an interesting feel. And then we also got a couple other little toys here. One is a sailboat, which considering the addition of that, I know, bluish gray coloring, I almost wonder if this is supposed to be a representation of the big ship from one of the Harry Potter movies. I think it's Goblet of Fire, but I can't remember. But I honestly don't know. I've never watched the Harry Potter movies. Never been interested in them. But I almost think this is what that's supposed to be representation of. Then we got this dark blue and orange helicopter. Nice use of the transparent dish piece to off the impression that the rotor is spinning. I think this is supposed to be like a Lego rescue helicopter. And then we got a big excavation crane as well, complete with with movable crane arm. So certainly not as many toys as you got in the other trains. And then we also have a updated little platform complete with a bench and a really nice lamppost with some Christmas plants on the side. Again, it's smaller than what we got with the other one. For strangely enough, for this set having 200 extra pieces than the original, everything we're getting is smaller. So we'll go ahead and move all this out of the way. We'll go first up, and then we will move on to the train. Interesting color choices with the bluish gray and the dark blue, as long as there's a bit of white and gold thrown throughout. We'll take a look at the locomotive first. You got plenty of holly all over the place and some nice gold. Oh, you got the Holiday Express piece here on the side. I'm happy to say that these are printed. They're not stickers. There actually aren't any stickers in this set at all, which makes me really happy. You got a light. You got a light on the top, and as I mentioned with the 3D printed piece, if you move the train, you'll see the smokestack moves up and down. And I really like the use of that Monkey Kid cloud piece for the smoke coming from that smokestack. You can also see there's a bell connected to the smokestack, and then you can also see the engine number on this set. Then the number of the engine 10361, which is actually, now that I take a look at the box, that's actually the same number as the set number. So yeah, nice little Easter egg thrown in there. And then you also have a little bit of got the interior with a gauge here. You got a coffee cup and a mug and some transparent orange there to represent the fire inside. And then next up, if I can get it detached, I will say I'm not a fan of the new way the train attaches instead of the old style magnets. If I can get it out. There we go. We got like it's connected by all these Technic pins, and as you noticed, I had a bit of difficulty, getting them out. Actually, this one is supposed to be connected to the back of the engine. But anyway, we have ourselves our coal car here, which is where you'll put if you get the powered up setup. I believe this is where you'll put the hub of the car. I do like the two reefs on the side, and you'll notice is on top we got ourselves a present in the purple, light purple, and I'm getting like a yellowish orange, which I'm guessing that on top of here is where you're supposed to put the rest of the presents as well. Next up, we have one of the main functions of the set. First off, we have this like this like huge package, like you almost with a almost something like a small Christmas village on top up, and you notice we have a printed postcard on top of the on top of the package, and it can be easily removed as it's just held on by these four studs. Nothing inside it, the package, unfortunately, but it's a nice little addition. And then we have this giant stuffed polar bear on top with a bell. One thing I will say about this bear is that I feel like they should have like added some like 1x2, 1x1 circular studs on here, because like with the white on there, I mean, to be honest, to me it almost looks a bit unfinished. And so I feel like so honestly, I feel like they should have added that. And then the rest of the bear I actually really like, adding like all these curved pieces to give it a nice smooth look. But like I said, this is one of the things where I feel like this set kind of falls apart, as it's one of the main play functions is that as the train moves, moving in the wheels here, you can see that the arm's supposed to move to make it look like he's ringing the bell. Unfortunately, the easiest way I've actually gotten to actually be able to do that is by moving moving my thumb. I sit down here on the track. Like I have to actually put some pressure on it to actually be able to make it look like he's actually ringing the bell, because the back wheels here, they keep either rubbing up against the edge of the rails for the track, or on the inside of the car, so they don't really want to spin. So if I just push it down and not put any weight on it, you'll notice those back wheels aren't spinning at all. Like again, you have to actually put pressure down on it in order to make it move. That actually works because you got like a piston connected to the back axle, in order which moves up and down as the wheels move. I don't know if that's like maybe it's connected a bit too tight, or like I said, the wheels are rubbing up against the either the inside of the car or the rails, or maybe because that piston is up against the head, maybe the head of the polar bear is just too heavy. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of all that. But again, if those wheels don't move, your bear is not coming alive. And again, I have to actually put pressure on the bear in order to get it to work. I don't know. Maybe it would work better if you actually have the train hooked up with the power system, which I'll bring up again in just a minute once I cover the rest of the train. And because that's a bit of an issue all by itself. But our last car is just a little passenger car. I like the addition of like the big bow on top, so it's like the whole car is like one big present, and plus you got a bunch of like little lanterns on the side, and again more Christmas plants like holly on the side, and that bow goes all the way down the front side and all the way down on the side. It can be easily removed as it's only held on by 4 studs. And you got a small interior with a couple of chairs, a couple of mugs, and I can't tell if that's supposed to be just a lamp or maybe even a lava lamp. If it is, that'd be some interesting lighting for a Christmas tree, for a Christmas train. Not gonna lie. Yeah, but all in all, the train itself is pretty decent, with the exception of that not so well functioning blade function with the polar bear. But before we go into the outro, I want to set this up. And as you guys know, I do have the original version of this set, and I want to compare it size-wise. Like, which one is bigger? Like, so far, again, despite this set having 200 extra pieces, everything about the train so far has been a bit small. Has been a bit on the small side. Like, you get more pieces. Like, you get more pieces with this one, but it's almost like the older train, you get more stuff. So I want to see if that holds true with the train. Okay, so actually, taking comparing it, like, it is about the same. No, it is about the same length. Like, if there is any difference, it's minimal. But again, I feel like the engine for the new one is a bit bigger. I'd say the coal car is about the same size, as is the medium, as is the I guess you could say the toy car, but the caboose on the older one is a bit bigger. So again, I feel like if there is a difference, it's minimal. But again, it's just, I almost feel like there's more to the original one than there is the new one. And again, I would like to bring up the fact that this train does not come with the powered up system, and that's something I'd like to bring up. If you guys don't already have the that's the wrong engineer. If you guys don't already have the powered up system, so in order to get this thing running, you need the train motor, which is $13 on LegoShop.com. Then you need the remote control, obviously, and that is in the $25 range. I think it's specifically 23, but I can't remember which. But I can't remember right off my head. And then you also need the powered up hub, which is $50. Throw in a little extra for tax for good measure, and you're looking at needing to spend an extra $100 just in order to get this thing running. And that's not counting the batteries you set for the hub. So the fact that you could almost buy this set all over again just to get it to run, that's, like I said about the original train, I feel like that's going to be this set's biggest downfall, that if you don't have the powered up system and you want to get this running, that's a pretty big pill to swallow in order to get this train running. Considering, again, you could almost buy the set all over again at that price. That's one of the reasons why I love when it came out. I absolutely loved the Disney Train and Station, because you got a good sized train, bigger than these guys. You got a total of 5 figures. You got a full station, and with the exception of the controller, which you didn't really need the controller if you got the powered up app. The train already came with everything you needed to run it. And again, no, all you really, even if you didn't want the app, the remote is $25, which so isn't all that bad. And again, it was, when it came out, it was $330. But again, you got a bigger train, you got a 5th minifigure, a full station, and everything needed to run it. Plus, you got more track, because it was, I think, You had the 16 in curved track, much like these two sets, but you also got some straight track, so it wasn't just a boring old circle, or you could make it into an oval. So yeah, that's kind of why I like that. I like the Disney train station more than these guys. I mean, it's not a bad set, not by a long shot, especially if you don't have the original. I just feel like an extra $100 in order to get this thing running, it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow. So again, I feel like that's the biggest downside of this set. So I mean, if you want a Lego Christmas train, this isn't a bad one. Honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with either one of these. But if you want to get this one, I mean, it's not a bad set. It's just the downside of that this train not being able to run on, or the fact that the polar bear doesn't always want to work are its main downsides. It looks good, and don't get me wrong. There's just a couple of things about this set that I really wish they could have changed. Anyway, that'll be the end of this review. Thanks for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.